Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech Horizons Season 2. As you can see, we are crafting up some things here. Let's take a look at like what are we running low on? We are running low on raw neutronium. Holy cow. I have that thing chugging along. But maybe... Yeah, that's like still running. But we have been crafting up so much stuff that apparently we have gone through our entire stack. I had like 40,000. Holy cow. Can't believe I've gone through all that. Yeah, we're like completely out of it. We're up to 5,000 cosmic neutronium, but that will disappear in seconds as well. Isn't this using like... using again? It's not using lasers, I know that. 16 amps of UHV. Yeah, so that's about max, I think, for what we are producing power. But we're working on the power to get that way up. So, I mean, that's something we will improve. But yeah, we've purposely improved our blast furnaces and stuff to speed up neutronium and cosmic neutronium and all that stuff. So I think we'll be fine. We'll let that run and we'll just craft neutronium and cosmic neutronium as needed, but we'll have the things running as well. All right, so yeah, I am crafting up a naquadah fuel refinery, and nothing too crazy. I mean, that is 8 fuel generators. That's probably why we're using all the neutronium. But other than that, nothing too crazy. I mean, that's something. I did craft up 8 or 16 air lenses. I just did that manually. Thulium, we have lots of thulium from our space elevator. And 37,000. And then everything else we already have. Advanced radiation plates. I made a recipe for that. The only thing you have to worry about is you have to do a second. I renamed that one. Otherwise they stack and it doesn't work. But I mean, none of that's nothing too crazy there. And just that scanner recipe. So we got that. And looking at the recipe, or the actual multi-block, it is literally a fusion reactor with different items. So you will pretty much we'll just replace this with the fuel refinery. As we remember, we fused together light and heavy fuel to get the tier 1 or whatever it was. Mark 1. And I might just do... I might do that manually just to complete the quest. It feels a bit funny doing it. But honestly, it's actually not that bad. I do need like 320 of that. But I don't think there is... Oh, we have a lot of that, because we get that from our space elevator now, don't we? We get flux electrum directly. I should do... The only reason we would do it is because we have a quest for it. Just thinking, how do I want to do this? I guess... I don't actually have it on right now. Because we are not producing... We don't produce this fast enough. So I figure instead of worrying about speeding up a cheaper fuel, we'll just do... I used all those. I guess I don't need just the one. If I'm not going to use that, I guess I don't need to. Oh, apparently I need to hold it because I have the quests, of course. Right. I don't remember where it was, though. Generate power? Yeah, generate power. Alright, so there we go. We're working on this. Ooh, I didn't look at these two. Actually, I haven't looked at most of these. Alright, IV, not a problem. Manulin, Orndum, not a problem. A lot of this stuff would have been a bit of a problem before the space elevator. But space elevator kind of makes all this stuff, like, super easy. Yep. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I did switch this office, and I also forgot, like, I can just do, like, a Vulcanus. I don't need to do a blast furnace. I always see, like, the blast furnace recipe, and that's how I was like, oh, I'll just do it in a blast furnace kind of thing. That's how I always end up doing that. Like, I'll see it in there. I switched this out for hydrofluoric acid over here. Fluoro antimonic. This is what we're getting from our line over there. So it's actually being split at the moment. Yeah, so it's produced right here, and this one, I have this turned off at the moment. So we would build up a buffer, and then I just threw the thing over there. Not sure how I'm going to go about doing that, because I think we need it. I could be wrong, though. We might be able to just produce this directly. Oh, we can... Okay, yeah, that's... that's kind of expensive. I don't think we'll be doing it that way. But, yeah, we might be able to... I don't remember where... Sulfates and... We get... I think we get... Yeah, naquadah. We get it directly from the thing. So I don't actually need to produce the other ones. That's kind of what I was like. Can I produce this without doing the other process? I have it turned off at the moment because it actually goes through it pretty quick. Yeah, it's 14 ticks. You can see we produce it pretty quick. So I don't want to like go through our entire thing because I actually do need naquadah for other things. That's kind of my slight bit of a dilemma. I don't want to use it all because I need it for crafting as well. So maybe do like level maintainer or something like that. I don't know. I haven't really sorted that out yet. I need to get up the line. So I just disable that. Actually, disable machine. Yeah, because we just went through like 1,000 or 2,000 really quickly into our distillation tower. I could try to switch it out with the Dangote thing. Just didn't want to have to craft up a 12-story tall one if we don't need it, but I mean, it's literally just stainless steel. It's not. I don't know. If it's a bottleneck, I'll fix it. I'm not worried about it right now. Okay, so we're getting that. Let me craft up the rest of this stuff. Oh, I was gonna make a recipe for the... Oh, I didn't think about that. The other thing... What was the... I'm like, do I have a easy way to... I guess I could do this in... That's this one, right? Would it work in... I do have a... Yeah, I guess it would work in this one. And we do have a... Yeah, we have a fluid. Output hatch. I don't actually use that recipe anymore. There it is, yeah. So it just should go directly. Okay, let me, I guess let me do... Oh, I do have that. It's not in our main. It's only in my subnet over here. I don't really know what to do with this stuff. I haven't looked at the recipes. Okay, so let me get this. Let me get this. I just want to get this. I don't even think we're going to use this bucket of fuel. I mean, I guess I could throw it in the thing and see how much we get from it. Might as well use it, I guess. Turn it into power. The gas, I think... Oh, I have to do it one at a time. Just realized I have a different food terminal. What terminal? What is this one? Oh, that's extra cells. I just realized, like, it's like different, isn't it? Doesn't have the little thing where you can put like the 15 in there and I would get 15. Like that. The other one doesn't have it. I don't know. Interesting. So would that work? I mean, it should. I think it has a 1 over here, doesn't it? Maybe it doesn't. No. 1. Oh, there it goes. Alright, cool. We put it back to 2. I don't remember what recipe uses 2. But did we get... We did! Alright. Do we see how much we get from this? Let's see how much power we get from this. Are we gonna, like, blow up the thing if we... I don't think it's gonna blow up our... I don't think this... If I produce too much power, would it? What were we producing before? We said, like, 49-ish million, or 43, 49? I don't remember. I should just burn this stuff. Let's throw in... that. Double check we have it. The other one is good. Alright, so we'll turn that on. This is probably going to go through it pretty quick. What are we producing here? 100 million. Yeah, we're producing 100 million EU per tick. I mean, it's not super fast, but yeah, we're producing 200 million EU per tick right now. We have really ramped up our power. Okay, but I want to get at least the 3 going today. So we'll be working on, this is what we're working on today. So instead of putting it in the fusion reactor, we're going to be mixing it in our fuel or refinery factor with some other stuff here, including that extremely unstable dust, which is the reason I switched over to naquadah. So I'm just crafting up all the parts for the fuel refiner. I've got the restriction things. I've gotten casings. I held the controller. It completed the quest. That is why that's not completed, because the quest is actually finished. It does give... I realized, and I didn't realize that before, this quest actually gives a cell. So I actually didn't have to craft it up. Oh well. I could have just completed that and it would have given me that to complete it. I did just throw the fuels in the reactor to burn them. I was like, there's really no point in me holding on to this. We do have a free from this part of it. Crafting up that gave that, which gave me the fuel that I needed to complete that. We have 2. And I think we'll stick with... Like, we do get all this stuff. I don't think we're going to be able to produce this fast enough at this point to use this as a fuel source quite yet. I mean, Nether Stardust, Awakened Draconium, Orindon, that's like all... Actually, all that stuff's pretty easy. That Prasium... No, I think we'll just work with the 3 at least for now. I think we are... I don't know how to get that... this. Praisodimium? Where are you? Just the dust. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where this... Does this come from, like, ore? I don't know where... I don't know where we would get that from, to be honest. So, I guess we'll just dump this in here. That's kind of where I was going with that. Alright, well there we go. We're producing 400 million EU per tick. That's a decent amount, and it actually burns slower. Yeah, it's every 4 seconds, as opposed to the other ones where every 1 second. It does do... I think because we have the atomic separation catalyst, which does the, like, times 16, it does 16 at a time. I'm assuming if we remove that, it would only do 1 at a time, so it would burn through it slower. But I figure we'll do that, but... Yep, there we go. That is going up billions at a time. That's... Yeah, that's going up like 10 billion each time it updates. That's hilarious. But that's why we're doing this power, you know? The tin plasma, super easy with the supercritical steam. But, man, you can really ramp up the power with this. And then eventually we'll do the Dyson thing. Dyson Swarm Grounding. I don't know what tier that is, to be honest. I've never really... Oh, hello, that looks scary. We'll close that. That looks scary. Okay, let me work on this. Like I said, I am crafting up all the parts. I think we're probably done with that now. I'm just crafting up I was just crafting up a bunch of the field generators for these coils. Now, the other thing is better coils overclock the thing from what I'm reading. You don't, like, supply it more power to overclock it. Yeah, so if you have, like, a tier 2 recipe, but you're using tier 3 coils, it overclocks it. Is kind of... So I was, like, debating whether I wanted to just go with a better coil. But the jump up in power is... It's noticeable. Maybe not... We'll probably won't worry about this until we upgrade our component assembly line. Alright, let me finish this. This is definitely the hardest part, I think. And then we'll get this built. Also, I just realized this can take... Alright, so the energy hatches go in a different place. That's good to know. Because, you know, in the fusion reactor, they're in these corners, which makes it a bit complicated. And I was just thinking, I'm like, how on earth would I supply multiple of these with lasers if I wanted? But it looks like you can just do it from one hatch, and it can go anywhere. All right, so I guess let me just break this down, and then we'll just replace it with this. It's almost in the exact same blueprint. Actually, it is like... it looks like that. It's not... That's just the normal way it is. I'm not laying the fusion control on its side. That's kind of funny. That's just how it is. I needed to craft up a couple more of the casings because I didn't use them all with the hatches that I only put a few hatches on it, so not too difficult to craft these up. Now, hopefully this will form the multi-block now. Come on, you can do it. All right, there we go. So we did get it completed. The hatches need to go next to this glass. So this field restriction glass, it does say it on there. Field or somewhere. It says somewhere. I don't remember. Maybe it says in the thing. And so I've done stocking input bus here. I did a quad input hatch over here to input the 2 fuels, because if I separated those out, I would need another one. And since the hatches need to go next to this glass, I would have had like cables and stuff up here. So I didn't want to do that. So I just went ahead with the quad down here, and then we'll have the items going in here. I still haven't fully sorted out how I'm doing this yet. I'm thinking maybe level maintainers. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Because trying to do... I think try to stock 4 different types of items in a regular input bus would be kind of a nightmare, to be honest. So this is... I do have enough channels, right? This is like my old... Yeah. This is my old network. Been here for a while. But... yeah, so those 2 are on the main network, and then I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the heated fluid. I was thinking maybe putting it into the A system. Then I was like, well, maybe I'll put it on a tank with a storage bus. Then I was like, why don't I just use fluid link cover? I don't know. I still need to sort that out. I have it set up to connect it somehow to the A system. Especially if I decide to go with a higher tier fuel. Also, would that mean I would need a second one? And I would need the tier 2 coils. All right, yeah, so that's going to be not anytime soon. So I guess we just need to stock this then with the items. Now, this we create. I don't have a ton of it because I have it turned off. I probably need to do a keep in stock thing. I do need to look over this again. I think we can get some back from the processes and all that. Like we have net, like this asphalt, so I can convert that and we'll get the quadria back and stuff like that. So there is a lot more to this processing chain than I have set up. I've just done the very basic stuff. So that, and then Tiberium we're getting from our space. I do have these. I believe I have recipes for these, I think. All right, yeah, so I do have high density uranium there. Molten infinity. We actually do have infinity now. But we don't have an electric implosion compressor. Actually, we're up to UEV. We could actually get this now, can't we? Oh yeah. That's like easy nowadays. The electric implosion compressor. I don't know if like you get a... well, I guess it is 5 to 1 as opposed to 9 to 1. Let's do... I'm just thinking, I'm like, we're gonna have to craft up lots of this, aren't we? That is definitely something, depending on how fast we go through this. Again, if we want to slow it down, we could probably not feed it the atomic whatever that stuff is. Although, yeah, if we just did molten naquadah, which would be, or even, yeah, that would be 4 times. So I'm assuming it would use 4. It would use 4 times the amount as opposed to 60. I don't know. Like I said, let's just get this up and oh, that uses 2. That only gives us. That actually only gives us 100. This is yeah. Now that I'm like looking at this stuff, I'm like, this is quite expensive actually. All right, but let's get this. We'll set this up. So compressor. And then that. All right, 2 to 1. There is. Now the nice thing about this is that we get all the TNT we could ever want from our bees. Yeah, we're up to 2 million. So I'm not worried about TNT anymore. That used to kind of be a bit of an issue way back in the day. All right, so yeah, this is a little bit more complicated now that I'm kind of looking at the recipes. I haven't actually looked at this yet. Where did it go? Where did I put it? I lost it. Where did it go? I mean, sometimes if it doesn't register and it like gets lost. I don't know where it went. It went somewhere. All right. Oh, it went in. I didn't see. I thought I dropped it. Oil we have now. That we're gonna need. Carbon, uranium, plutonium. All right. You do get 32 of this, so that is not. That's not that scary. So mix 0. All right. So let's see if that worked. I get everything. 64. All right, cool. I mean, if you think about it, 64, we are using 2,000 plutonium. 1,000 of that. And 64 of this is only really going to get us 6 buckets worth of this fuel. All right. Now that I'm like looking at this, there's quite a lot that goes into this. I'm almost thinking we might be needing. Almost might be needing like a dedicated. Some dedicated multi-blocks for this because otherwise this is just going to be, yeah. So 64 of this, you're talking, that's a pretty serious amount of the, that. This may not be, at least for the time being, it might not be something I have running permanently. Just because this stuff is quite expensive. It might be like if I'm crafting up a whole bunch, I might just turn it on to give us a boost of power. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so we are getting those. So high density. Oh, it was right there. High density. All right, so we got the 64 and we are getting the plutonium. It is just not super quick. All right, so I think we just turn it on. Yeah. Yep, it is going to go through those very, very quickly. But there we go. We are producing our liquid fuel. Mark 3. All right. I may do a little bit of figuring out how I want to go about doing this. I don't know if that would be something. I don't know. Because then you're talking like, that's like multiple infinity ingots, you know? What is that? 9, that's 16? Yeah. You would get 16 from one infinity ingot. So 8. Like, because you need 2 of these, so that would be... Yeah, we'd only get like 8. So 800 liters or whatever for 2 infinity ingots? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think we should do with this? I do think once you start getting the... Oh, I didn't even think about this. We get depleted fuel out of it. So, I don't know if I'm going to really worry about the 1, the 2. I do think I avoided a bunch because I think I put Mark 1 and 3 in there without emptying that out. Whoops. So this is going to give us this. Now, we do get Oganescent from, and then we get... nothing that exciting. I was hoping we were going to get something a bit more exciting from that, but no, it's just... I mean, you get that back, but... Alright, I thought maybe we would get some cool fuel or something like that. What happens if... Yeah, no, nothing like super exciting from the depleted fuel. Alright, that's a bit disappointing. Let me look at the absolute top tier, which is even more infinity. The end. Literally. That just gives us that. Alright, yeah, I thought that... oh well. Alright, I thought that would be a little bit cooler. We'll send it through, I guess. There's no point to avoid it, but we're not really getting anything all that exciting about it, but... Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy with the Tier 3 fuel. I think it is cool. It gives us a ton of power if we want. But yeah, it's not something we're going to be producing a lot of very quick. Yeah, we're already through. We already went through all that uranium. So what happens if I do like... This is going to like break my base. Yeah, look at that. That is funny. 5,000 of that. I mean, that's... You're talking some pretty serious, like, 45,000 tungsten. I don't know. We'll do it. And I'll do the plutonium as well. Alright. Well, I'll get it going. And producing power. Because, as we know, we have unlimited power, basically, in our... Yeah, we have basically unlimited power in our battery here. So we are ramping up the power. You may notice our power dropped a lot because we were doing so much smelting. So that is one of the reasons I wanted a... Yeah, look at that. 1 billion EU per tick. EU in. That is pretty cool. But yeah, so that is why I wanted another power source, because once we're running our megas at hundreds of millions... Ooh, I am all over the place. You go through power, you're like, oh, I have 600 trillion. mean, we are, like, producing. I don't know. Like I said, like, yeah. I mean, it's not using full fuel faster than this thing is running. I just need to keep this stuff stocked. So, all right. I will, we'll let that run, and we'll figure out what we want to do. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.